Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before I move on, I would like to say thank you. It is because all of the support each of you have provided us throughout high school that we are able to proudly say that we graduated among one of the most chaotic events within the last few years. We are the class of 2020, the class of COVID, if you will, here at Escalante High School. Now, that may seem like a bad thing, but I would beg to differ. Our resilience and bond as a class shines through even on the darkest of days. After all, stars cannot shine without darkness. Now, let us go back a while, where all the worrying, uncertainty, and most of all, the stress started, just 4 years ago. Our freshman year, when the Chama middle school students transferred, and we started what seemed like it would be the longest and most unfavorable 4 years of our lives together. A lot of us, in fact most of us, thought that those 4 years would never end when we entered high school for the first time on our first day. Now, those 4 years seem as if they were months ago. It was during this time that we first started to develop friendships among each other and other classmen. We started to delve into what it would be like for the next 3 years. Our new teachers, some of them at least, and what would be expected of us as students and friends. The following year, we continued to strengthen the new bonds we created, or we chose to leave them as they were because of new falling outs. Either way, every new obstacle that came within our sight seemed like the end of the world, or the end of our world at the time. Our sophomore year, we continued on with our classwork, while struggling to balance everything, from our homework, sports, dual credit courses, chores, familial relationships, friendships, and even to our high school relationships. It often seemed there was not enough time in a single day to properly handle all our new responsibilities. Next year, many of us started to develop early onset senioritis, junioritis, if you will. Our junior year, we would start to plan for the junior-senior prom that would be next semester, and we continued with our schoolwork. Many of my peers participated in sports, in which, at the time, none of them knew it would be their last chance to shine within high school athletics. We continued to stress out, worry, and overthink many things. While now, looking back at it, none of that was necessary, but it helped to mold us into the exceptional young men and women we are today. All of that unnecessary stress, worry, and overthinking would prepare us for our final year. Finally, we started off our senior year strong as a class, and I sadly cannot say it ended the same way that it began. We entered the school that first day back our senior year, many of us overjoyed that it was our last first day of high school. We did not get to make the same statement of our last day of high school, which was meant to be our senior trip. Our last day of high school would have been May 7th, and for some of us it was, but others it was not. However, we all still finished. At the beginning of the year, we practically immediately began planning our graduation. The class of 2020 Student Senate all agreed we wanted the class of 2020's graduation to be completely different. Little did we know what we wanted would be what we actually got. Now, not exactly in the way that we wanted it, but it counts for something, because the class of 2020 will never be forgotten. Just be careful what you wish for. I guess they do say hindsight is 2020. Many of us were told that our senior year would be the easiest year of high school because we would not have that many classes. Whoever said that to us, thank you for lying. From graduation planning, dual credit courses, college applications, sports for those that were lucky, scholarship applications, and for many, jobs, our senior year was packed full of things we needed to get done. Unfortunately, some of those things were cut short, But what actually matters is how we chose to look at what happened to us, and most importantly, how we respond. Many of us were looking forward to May 15th, our original graduation ceremony date. But soon we turned the poor situation into a joke among us. Many of us posted pictures or videos of our class with the caption, "Psych, we thought," on May 15th, while under read a meaningful message typed out by each individual, addressing our fellow classmates, allowing us to bond over what we were first saddened by. I believe this situation easily embodies what the class of 2020 has always had by our side: the ability to laugh at our misfortunes as a group and grow from the events that would originally sadden us. Like I said earlier, our last day of school was not what we wanted it to be, but we have made the best out of the current situation. I believe that although we have missed out on so much in just the last 3 months of school that we did not have due to this situation, many of us have grown to become stronger because of it. My fellow peers, along with everyone else, if you are to take one important lesson away from me, let it be this: not everything is guaranteed, nor is every day. So be thankful for the opportunities that you have been lucky enough to have, and even in the worst of situations, a lesson can always be learned. Dear class of 2020, thank you, not only for the memories that many of us now share, but the moments we can laugh upon even though it seemed like the end of the world at the time. Now, it is our time to shine, no matter what path that we may choose to take. Thank you all, and good luck to the Escalante High School class of 2020.